Okay. Hey guys, it's another week. Super excited to talk with y'all. I say that every week, but I do. I look forward to these calls every single week because some of you, I don't get to sit through the week. And getting to come on here and just learn and glean from each other and grow from each other is just wonderful to me. So, but tonight we have Diamond Ambassador Jaclyn Stanley, and I'm excited to have her talk about recruitment. And I feel like it's extremely crucial to know not only tips of recruitment, but the lingo of recruitment and just so many different aspects of it, especially at this time of year. All times of year we work our business, but this is a huge time for people getting healthy. It's tax time. People have more money. They're able to spend more money on themselves and their family members. And so I'm just excited about this topic, very, very much so. all topics excite me, but Jaclyn, we'd love to hear some of your story as well. And then if you want to just jump right into some of your tips for us tonight.
Perfect. Well, awesome. Well, I'm excited to be on. Thank you for having me. And I guess I'll just start off with a brief version of my story, just to give you an idea of where I'm coming from. Right now, I'm a mother of 3 kids, ages 4 and under. I've got a 4-year-old daughter, a 3-year-old son, and an almost 6-month-old baby. And this Plexus thing has just been complete insanity for me. This was nothing that I was even looking for when I first began. So I started Plexus in February of 2015. And this was after 6 months of my sponsor reaching out to me and me telling her no or ignoring her every single time she reached out. When she first started contacting me, it was kind of at a weird time for me. I had been a middle school teacher. I taught 8th grade social studies for 9 years. And when she had started contacting me, I was actually a stay-at-home mom at this point. I'd had our second child. And at that point, being a teacher and putting 2 kids in daycare, you don't really bring home much difference. So it made sense for me to stay home. We transitioned to a single income. We were totally fine, but we kind of had to change our budget and how things looked, but we were doing okay. So this is new to me. I had just retired. I'm home with my babies. I had tried the year before network marketing. I had joined a company that I love their products. And I tried really hard to make it work, but it just didn't. At the end of the year, putting forth a lot of effort, I didn't earn enough for a 1099. And I had put more money into it with buying inventory and all that good stuff than I was getting out of it. So when I was approached about Plexus, I wanted nothing to do with it because I knew what network marketing was all about. I knew that it required a lot of investment, a lot of effort, a lot of time. And you weren't going to get much return on that. So I wanted nothing to do with it. Finally, it came to a point my son had turned 1 year old. I was still holding on to some baby weight. This is kind of the story here from so many people. I know it's so cliche, but it's my story. And I decided to give the products a try. I wanted to get the best price. Of course, I'm at wholesale. And then here's the big thing that I want you to take away from my story. First of all is persistence, because my sponsor was completely relentless in pursuing me. That's hugely important. The other thing is the importance of getting your new ambassadors started off on the right foot with information, education, and community. She told me, she just kind of worded it this way. Well, once people join, even as wholesalers, we get on a quick welcome call. So are evenings or daytime better for you? And I really didn't have an option. So I got on this welcome call. Of course, I didn't want to do it. I'm not a big phone person. Although I've had to be now with this Plexus business. And at that night, I decided to make my first post. I wanted nothing to do with the business, but I started my first post. I hit Emerald in about 9 months. A couple months later, hit Sapphire, and then a couple months after that, hit Diamond. Things just really took off for me. I am really big on challenges, personal challenges, and I saw this as a big challenge for myself. I said I would give it 1 year, see where it took me, and then reevaluate at that time. Well, my goodness, I could never walk away from this. It's been incredible. So that's my basic story. Yes, I had all the health stuff. We know our products are awesome. But I'm focused right now talking to you guys about the business side. I feel like there's so many people that have way better health testimonials than me, so I don't really focus on that part of my story. Yes, it's been amazing. The business side, totally unpredictable. So I want to start, when I'm talking about recruitment, I want to start with some basic principles, and I'm really big on lists. And I'm also, I warned Elizabeth, I'm kind of crazy, I'm kind of spazzy, so I talk really fast. I'm sure you're thinking, how in the heck did 8th graders keep up with this woman talking about the Civil War? I don't know. I'm sorry. I just have so many things to say, and I get really excited. My hands go. So keep up with me. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to tone down Jaclyn just a little bit.
You're good. You're good.
I'm just wild. Sorry, guys. The question I want to ask, and I want you to think about, is how much success do you think you deserve? And I really want you to think about that, because I think that question really can put a limit on what we can achieve, or it can open up a world of possibility. So think about how much success you feel like you deserve.
Wow.
When you make excuses for your business or for not being able to do things like contact your 15 people a day or whatever it might be, basically your excuse is saying that you do not deserve the success. That's what your excuse says. Okay? It's also giving yourself a free pass to fail. Okay? You're giving yourself an excuse. It's a free pass, and you don't have to feel guilty if you fail. Okay? But guess what? You will fail. You are not opening the door for you to succeed. Okay? So think about how much success you deserve. Give yourself permission to succeed. It's going to be hugely important. This is the mindset piece of recruitment. Okay? You have to believe you deserve it. Okay? And I want you to also realize that with recruitment, things might be out of your comfort zone, and they might be really scary. 100%, that's the case for me. Reaching out to people, that's frightening. Still to this day, there are people that when I send a message, I have to hold my breath and hit the send button and just be like, oh my gosh, I just did that. I get nervous, I get scared, but this is another thing I teach my team all the time. You have to do scary things. So if you've got things that you are afraid to do in your business, write a list out of those things, and now put those into your calendar and make those a part of what you do on a regular basis. You've got to do things that are scary on a regular basis, or your business will not grow. It has to be done. You cannot wait for confidence to begin recruiting, and recruiting hard. Okay? Confidence is going to come when you start to see the positive impact you're having on people around you. Okay?
Yeah.
So do not wait. The confidence comes as you do this. I still work through fear. So, courage is the resistance of fear. It's the mastery of fear. It's not the absence of fear. It doesn't go away. You can't just sit there and wait for fear to go away, because it doesn't. You just drive right through it. Okay? And network marketing businesses, they require courage, big time. I mean, we put ourselves out there. We are out there for ridicule. We are out there, people watching and waiting for us to fail. So it takes a lot of courage. You've got to have the courage to do this. I don't want you guys to buy into the fiction that you don't have what it takes to succeed, or that you don't have what it takes to find a rock star to join your team. It's too difficult to find the right people to join your team, because those are excuses. That's you telling yourself that you don't deserve it. And I'm sorry, but you deserve it. I don't deserve it over anybody else here. You deserve it just as much as I do, but you have to truly, truly believe that part. If you want it, if you believe it, if you truly believe you deserve it, then you can do it. Okay? Your timeline is going to be different than mine. I mean, no, you hear that all the time too, but it totally is. And that's completely fine. Please enjoy the journey that you're on as you go through this. Just please. Okay, so I said I like lists. So now I'm going to get to my list. So I have to refer to my notes. If you see me looking down, it's because I don't want to miss anything. So these are what I call recruiting principles. Some might be really basic, things that you've already heard before, but sometimes just a good reminder is important. Other things, maybe they're new to you. So here goes. The first one is know your potentials. You can't have a blanket statement or a blanket message that you send out to every single person. You have to kind of know who you're talking to. And obviously you're going to know some people better than others. But if you can get an idea of their color personality, I'm sure you guys have seen that before. If not, Google it. You know their color personality and what drives them. that can help drive your messaging that you are sending out to people. Okay, knowing what they respond to, know your potentials. For example, I'm someone who my science background is not big. So really knowing every little detail about how plexus works is just not something that would have been intriguing to me. But talking about, I'm kind of the blue personality, the fun, the parties, the trips, the whatever, you share that with me, oh man, I'm on board, okay? So you've got to really know who you're talking to. Number 2, you have to have a recruiting strategy that is duplicatable. And not only is it going to be your method of reaching out, that has to be somewhat duplicatable, but also once you get people on board, you have something that's duplicatable. And in both instances, what I really like to see and what I feel like is really effective are 3-way messages. If you have a potential that you really want to join your team, get them on a 3-way message with your sponsor. Once you sign somebody new, immediately take that excitement. They just built up the courage to hit submit when they signed as an ambassador. My goodness, take that excitement because they will never be as excited as they are at that moment. And get them on a 3-way message thread, which should hopefully eventually turn into a welcome call. Okay. Do you guys do welcome calls on your team?
We do.
Okay.
We've been pushing 3-way calls that are prospecting calls, which have had really high success rates. But then we do welcome calls as well.
Good.
Of like a small training. Yeah.
Good. So for our team, we really like to try to get every single person on a welcome call, even if they're a wholesale buyer. Because like I said, I signed as a wholesale buyer. I got off my welcome call and I started my business. It was huge. So in our 3-way message, when somebody joins, we really try to get that nailed down, that welcome call. And, sometimes we'll just kind of word it as, we want to make sure we answer your questions about the products, or, we want to make sure you get whatever it might be. Just introduce you to my friend, whatever, to help you along your health journey. We just try to get them on the phone for a couple of reasons. Not only we can answer their questions and maybe throw a little bit of business in there, but also it's just, there's something about someone they don't know, like your sponsor taking time out of their day to talk to them. It's a big deal. So have something that's duplicatable. Don't have something that's super intense and difficult, but have something in place, whatever works best for your team. When you're messaging, have a clear and concise message. If you send out a 3-page story about, what plexus is, why you love it, all this stuff, it's too much. They're gonna tune out. They're gonna, not want to read it. You need to make every word count. So clear, concise, to the point. We live in a very busy day, busy world. Everybody's so busy. Everybody's on the go. So make it simple for them, okay? Very clear and concise. Number 4, connect with your prospects. And this is on social media and in real life. You want to just kind of assess what you might look like both on Facebook and in real life. So on Facebook, you want to make sure that you're marketing yourself in an appropriate way. And I will get to that here in a little bit. But you want to make sure that you are kind of building your brand on Facebook, being somebody that other people can relate to, but also maybe aspire to be like. I always caution people not to be too perfect. I really like to show my imperfections. And it's usually revolving around my kids doing something insane and me trying to cope with it. Like my 3-year-old, I'll always share stories of him, and this was before he turned 3. We were working on potty training, and he had to poop and decided not to let me know during his nap, but instead did not want it on his bum anymore, so he started wiping it all over the room. So I did a Facebook Live of me sitting outside his door, trying to talk up the courage to get in his room. So people could feel sorry for me, maybe identify with me, and see that, man, life is not perfect at the Stanley house, that's for sure. But in person, smile a lot. Do you make eye contact with other people? Do you talk to people? What I like to encourage people to do is, when you're in a situation where you're talking to somebody that you don't know or maybe don't know very well, For example, you are at the grocery store and you're checking out, and the cashier asks you, did you find everything okay? Or how was your day? Good. How's yours? Good. And then it usually ends there. I want you to take that conversation 2 sentences further than what is comfortable for you in every situation. Ask another question. Really try to engage the person you're talking with. You never know who needs Plexus. So I like 2 sentences further than what's comfortable. See where that can take you. Okay. Number 5, story sell. How many of you guys were at Super Saturday and heard Kendra Randolph? Anybody know what I'm talking about? She talked about telling stories. When you're talking to people about Plexus, share what it's done for you. People want to hear more of the personal aspect, you personally, what it's done, rather than going through the whole list of what Plexus can help with, what Plexus is. Tell your story, okay, when you're talking to people. Build relationships with people. This is number 6. People join and they stay with people they like. So that the relationship piece is so big in our business. It's so big. And I say this, and I never want people to take it as these relationships are fake or phony, because if people join your team or not, building relationships is always great. If they don't choose to do Plexus, cool, whatever, but building a relationship and just, being a caring person is just good for life. But really work on building relationships, because that's what it's all about. Number 7, remember that it is a numbers game. So you have to kind of look at, I've reached out to 10 people and 1 person has responded. Okay, so that means if you are wanting to sign 3 people this month, then you're going to have to at least talk to 30 people, whatever your number might be. It's a numbers game. So remember too, that if you sign these people, yes, it's great to get these people on your team. Really few have that knowledge that they deserve success. Few can be told and will absorb hearing they deserve success. So you have to continue to recruit. No matter how many people you have signed, you have to keep going. A lot of times you're going to have dream teamers and they don't pan out. Other times you'll have dream teamers and they truly do have the discipline and determination to make it work. But always know it's a numbers game. So you've got to keep going, okay? It's never too soon to start recruiting. So if you've just joined or maybe just decided to work the business, it's never too soon to start. You do not have to be an expert on anything Plexus to begin. Your excitement alone is enough. Share that with people. Number 9, integrity. Integrity is so big in everything that we do. Make sure that when you're reaching out to people, you're sharing realistic expectations. Don't share with them that they're the next Celeste Gwen and they will be a diamond in 6 months, because that's not going to happen. Make sure that you are setting realistic expectations and you have a sincere desire to help them. Our sincerity is so important, and that goes back to the relationships. You can't look at people as a possibility for a promotion or just whatever, an extra 50 PV, whatever it might be. You have to have that strong desire to help people. We may not have the perfect words when we reach out to people, but if our intentions are good, they know. So, make sure you have those good intentions and that sincere desire to help, and that'll be huge. Number 10, lead by example. You cannot expect others to do what you yourself are not doing. So let's say you're silver, say you're gold, whatever you might be, and you just kind of sit back and you're like, all right, I started my team, now they need to grow. Oh, no. The speed of the leader is the speed of the team. And guess what? You're a leader. If you are working your business, you're a leader. If you have 1 ambassador on your team, no matter what, you are a leader. The speed of the team is the speed of the leader. So go. Be the example. Be the rock star that you want on your team. Okay, that's my first list. I got another list for you, because I a lot of times have people ask about expanding their network or connecting with people. How do you do that? Well, here we go. I've got my list for how to connect with people, because that's so important in this. Remember, at all times and all places, you are an advertisement for your business, okay? So on social media, you are an advertisement for your business. Do not go on there and alienate your potential list of dream teamers or customers or whatever. Don't just be pleasant on Facebook. Just be pleasant. If something makes you angry, and it's not something that's kind of funny, leave it off. Leave it off of Facebook, okay? And then in real life, you are an advertisement. So are you something that somebody might aspire to be like? And some of these things, I want to make sure when I go through this list, they're not, don't take them in a matter that might be like vain or vanity or anything like that. But I'll kind of explain what I mean here with this first one. The number one is look successful. Okay, so that sounds like, whoa, what do you mean, look successful? Do I need to go blow a bunch of money at Nordstrom and have, designer clothes on? No. Trust me, I might be a diamond, but I go to the clearance rack at Target, and I just find things that look nice a lot of times. No. You don't have to spend money to look successful. You need to be clean. You need to be well kept. You need to be just confident, not even just what you're wearing or how you've done your hair, but do you walk around confidently? I always have my shoulders up. I was a dancer, so having my shoulders back, that's just kind of something, it's just what I grew up doing. Work on your posture. Look at yourself in the mirror. That's a really big thing with your appearance, is your posture alone. It's so simple, but it's so good, and it'll save you some back problems down the road. So it doesn't have to cost a lot, but look successful. Number two, look approachable. So I'm going to go back to when I said, do you smile in public? Do you laugh? Do you make eye contact? You just really, people need to be attracted to you. They need to want to be around you, okay? And that will help, kind of like a magnet drawing people in with these things. Number three, look happy. When you're at a party, are you on your cell phone, like responding to a customer that hasn't lost, their 5 pounds, whatever, and you're always frantically working and have your cell phone? Don't do that. There's a time and a place to work. When you are at dinner with friends, or if you're at a party or whatever, put the phone down and be present. Nobody wants to join somebody that is in a constant state of stress. No, that does not sound fun, okay? So put it away and enjoy the company you're with. Number four, be prepared. Always carry samples if you're at that place in your business where you can afford samples, as well as business cards. I made the worst mistake ever. It was the worst time to not have business cards with me. I was sitting, my daughter sings in the church choir, and she was at church choir practice, and we go to one of those really big churches that has a cafe in it. And I was sitting down at the cafe, and I was reading a network marketing book, and I had an older gentleman come up to me and ask me what I was reading, and he was talking to me about it, and he had been in sales, so he was really curious about it, and we talked a lot about network marketing, and he's like, well, give me your card. I'd love to look into what this is. And I'm digging through my purse, and I looked at him like, I don't have a card on me. I mean, I looked like a totally unprepared, just a horrible. He's like, well, aren't you embarrassed? And I'm like, yes, I am. But I got his address, and I sent him a sample. I sent my card and all that good stuff. But have that stuff on you at all times, because you never know when the opportunity to share Plexus will come about. Give Plexus as gifts too. To teachers, to friends, something, it doesn't have to be the slim. Sometimes that's a weird thing to give if you can't fully explain what it is, because if you hand somebody a slim, like, here you go, Piglet, you might need some slim. They don't know what it is because they see slim on the packaging. I wish we'd change that. But, something, I know, that's me. I'm sorry, guys. I say weird things like that, totally off the cuff, weird remarks. But what about... But I'm always worried about that when I give people slim. Like, no, it's not all about that, I promise. A teacher would really benefit from our X Factor, in the middle of winter. That's a great present to give. Or our P96 shakes. There's the edge. There's so many things that you can give as a gift, Plexus-wise, that really shows your pride in your product. So give those to people as gifts. This Christmas, we played with our family, my husband's family, that game where you put little tiny presents in saran wrap, and then you unwrap it. You have like a certain amount of time to unwrap it, and you get the little presents that fall out. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, I put in some like Ease samples and body cream samples and slim packets, and those were like the hot items. Those and like the little mini alcohol things. I didn't do those, but those were Those were the hot items, the Plexus and the liquor. I don't know if that tells you much about our family, but it was kind of funny. But those, give Plexus as gifts. It's good stuff. Have pride in your product. And it also helps your PV. So win-win. Number 5, your voice is a powerful message. Be enthusiastic. And I feel like this is something I said I was a dancer, I was a cheerleader, so I've got that kind of like crazy wackadoodle, probably annoying to some enthusiasm, but it's really helped me through my journey just to be enthusiastic and excited about what I do and what I've got. It's powerful. It's more powerful than you may realize. Number 6, represent health and happiness. That's what Plexus is all about. Okay, we're a health and happiness company. So, we don't eat 100% perfect in this house. We try to get, organic, GMO-free food. We try. It doesn't always happen. We try not to get pizza on a regular basis. We try to do the best that we can, but we're not perfect. We're far from it. But you got to really think about what you're doing in front of your kids, if you have them, in public, going to pick up your kid and chowing down on a Big Mac in the drive-up line, the car line, is probably not a good idea. You represent a health and happiness company. Being constantly stressed is not a good look for someone who is in a health and happiness company. So really assess what your life is like and really commit to healthy living, okay? I am not a size 2, size 0, even size 4. I'm not, perfect size. No. It's not about that. Just really try to be about health. Really try to be about happiness, because this is life and it's way better when we're all about that kind of stuff, okay? You also deserve that. Not only do you deserve success, you deserve health and happiness. Above all, any of this, you have to demonstrate pride in your business. If someone asks you what you do, you don't just share your regular full-time job or whatever, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and leave it at that. No. You own it like a boss. I am a network marketer and I sell top-of-the-line plant-based supplements. Don't shy away from it saying that it's a network marketing company, or say, yeah, it's one of those network marketing companies at the end. No, you are confident in what you do. You are proud. You are saying it like, I'm president of the United States. No, I'm with Plexus, okay? It's a big deal. Be proud of what you do, okay? These things will get you, in time, the people you want on your team. Recruitment is not only sending out messages, it's being something that, or somebody that others want to be around. It's something that they can look up to, okay? Not perfection. It's being real. It's being cool. It's just really think about yourself as being a magnet, really trying to attract people to you. That has been, for me, cold messaging. Early on in my business, I had like a 0% success rate. I'm sure I was sending out crazy messages that just like spewed Plexus all over them and were ridiculous and sounding salesy. In fact, I have gone back and looked at some of them, like the girl that I've messaged 7 times in a row and she's never once responded. My first ones look pretty ridiculous. But what's really been big for me in my business, recruitment wise, is, I didn't even really think of branding myself in a certain way, but just really trying to show health and happiness, really trying to show the best side of me that I could. And then it kind of helped me try to live up to that and aspire to be that person that I was kind of showing. And in that, it has really helped me grow. I don't know if this is making sense how I'm saying that, but I've always been somebody, and I when I talk about my faith, I never want to make anybody feel like I'm pushing it on them. I grew up going to church, and I grew up, doing all that and loving God and all that. But I feel like since Plexus, I've gone way back to it as a child, just with, I don't know, I just feel like it's brought me closer to God. because it's kind of what I was putting out there. And then I started really living up to it. The health side too, you know, I really started to talk about healthy eating. And I was somebody who, man, love my pizza, love my chips, love whatever, love my Diet Dr. Pepper and my whole row of Oreos at nap time. Used to do that before Plexus. But, you know, no, seriously, it was like, got the kids down for a nap, lemon Oreos were in my jam, ate an entire row, but it was okay because I had a Diet Dr. Pepper. I was good. No, I started putting out all this stuff about health. Well, I had to live up to it. And it has helped me. We don't even buy Oreos. They don't even come in our house anymore because I know what I would, you know, we don't even go there. But I really started to live up to these things and I've become better. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's go back to the question I had at the beginning of this whole thing. Do you truly believe that you deserve success? You have to love yourself. You have to believe that you deserve it. And then if you truly believe you do, you'll walk through fire to get to this success because you deserve it. And because your friends and your family deserve it too, and you want them on this journey with them. When your intentions are solid, you can't go wrong, okay? Like I said, timelines can be different, but you're going to get there, okay? The only way you'll fail is if you quit. Truly, truly, truly. That's like my basic stuff with notes. I'm going to we got one other thing I just wanted to share with you guys. It's not a list or anything, but it's maybe an idea involving recruitment, something that my team has started to do. And it's something that we call VIP events. And when I first heard about it, I was like, I don't really know if this is something that'll be all that effective. But my goodness, it has been great. So basically what it looks like is we will host these VIP events. We do not post about it on Facebook. It is personal invite only, and each ambassador is only allowed to invite one potential to this VIP event. It's done as a Zoom. We stick to 30 minutes, and you can only have one person on there. And so you can't post about it on Facebook, so you have to personally reach out to your person, and you tell them, I have one invitation. I really want you to be that invitation. It's 30 minutes of your time. Can I count on you to be there? Or something along those lines. Or if you really think that you're going to struggle to get somebody on there, you can, offer a $5 gift card to Starbucks for them, or send them a sample, or whatever it might be. But people have really felt special when we've reached out to them and said, you're my VIP. I really, really want you on this. It's been a big deal. It's been a great way. It's been a great excuse to reach out to our dream teamers or follow up with them, when they haven't joined. And so basically what it looks like, I'm going to be honest, the Zoom, we never record it. We are non-compliant. We kind of look at it like we're sitting down with friends at coffee and telling what Plexus has done for us. So we really just are, completely open and honest. People tell their health stories. They tell their business stories, and they just share. And we really are particular about keeping it to 30 minutes because we don't want to monopolize anybody's time. And then at the end, we usually have some sort of special going on for them joining, whether it be free product or, reimbursement, whatever it might be. The other thing too is it's not only potentials. If you've had people join your team and fizzle out or never start to work the business, only do wholesale, you could always invite those people too. Mm-hmm. So the potential there is really endless. We've really had good success. In fact, my most recent ambassador that I signed at the end of last month, she was a dream teamer of mine for so long. The VIP event is what got her to join. So it's something to consider, and it's totally duplicatable, as you guys kind of get them under your belts. And it's just really jumping on and sharing your story, which hopefully you already know. You just have a handful of people share. So something to consider.
Talk about any products on that, Jaclyn, or just testimonies? We
do products. We do a very brief product. We go over the triplex. Yep. I think that's really what we focus on is the triplex combo. And then we have 2 health testimonials, 2 business testimonials. When I host them, the host is usually somebody that is, we've always had a diamond do it because I'm a diamond. All my sponsors are diamond. but they've also, I know people, it doesn't really matter, but when I run them, I do an intro and just really get them pumped up and be my weird Jaclyn self. And then I do a conclusion at the end. People like to be told what to do. So in the conclusion, I tell them what to do. I say, okay, now you need to message your sponsor. You need to call, or not your sponsor, the person who invited you, and you need to talk to them, and you need to get all of your questions answered, and cannot wait to invite you to this team. They like to be told what to do, and they're also really intrigued by the third-party validation that they've had, because they're not the only sucker that jumped on the Zoom. They see other people on there. We try not to have a massive, I always say one invite, not only for the special factor, but we also try to keep it somewhat intimate, but also they're seeing all these other people on there like, oh, okay, I'm not the only person who's thinking about becoming a network marketing weirdo. Okay, maybe this is something cool, And that's, a lot of times that's something that I'll say at the end of the Zoom. I'll be like, I swear we're not a bunch of weirdos. I mean, you just saw all of us. We're not a bunch of network marketing weirdos. We are cool, and you want to be a part of us, right?
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun. It really is a cool thing. So that's something to consider recruitment-wise, just something different to try out.
Yeah. I love that. Absolutely love that idea. We're going to be having a VIP event, team, just saying.
Sweet.
How often do you all do those, Jaclyn?
So we just started doing them last month, and I did 4 of them, but it wasn't my whole team. Because, it's just too big to do that. So how I do it is I reach out I started off with my senior rubies. I have 3 senior rubies and then a couple of rubies. So I reached out, did them first, did their teams first. And then I'm just kind of working my way down to do my senior golds and golds now.
Awesome.
To keep them smaller. So yeah, they're fun. They're good.
Okay. So there's maybe 5 or 6 ambassadors inviting an event. Okay, so it's not like 20.
There's like 5. Okay, so there's basically 5 presenting, but not everybody. There can be other people inviting. The presenters aren't the only people that invite. We just select 5 presenters. People with really compelling health testimonials, or people with really good business testimonials, whatever they might be. And then, I would say you could have your whole team do it. Because you're going to have people back out. Not everybody's going to work out. Or you could even use that, I've got 50 spots or whatever. You're going to have 20 spots. Once they're filled, Can I put you down? Will you be there? That's something you could look into too. But yeah, they're awesome.
That's great. Great tip. Does anybody else have a question for Jaclyn? Or I know I've asked a couple of questions.
No, you're good.
Or did you have any other thoughts, Jaclyn?
I don't think so.
I've loved all of this so far. So many good nuggets.
Good.
If anybody has a question, you can unmute yourself really quick and ask away. Yeah, another drill.
They're like, nope, ready to recruit. I've got 15 messages to send out right now.
Yes. Yes. Arlene, do you have a question?
No, I just.
No, okay. I love your pink wall.
I know, that's pretty.
Well, Jaclyn, this has been amazing. I'm going to have to re-listen and even take more notes, and I'm excited to try the VIP events. But we appreciate you taking time out of your evening to pour into us tonight. We really do.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I always like to end in prayer, Jaclyn. And so if y'all don't mind, I want to, unless you would like to pray.
I would love to listen to you.
Okay. 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 So God, we just thank you so much for today. It's been an amazing day with so many different events and just a fun-filled day. Lord, we had a good event tonight when just sharing our passions and sharing our testimonies and our health stories, and how you use this business to not only bless us, but to bless others is always, always a joy. And we thank you so much tonight that we're able to just glean from Jaclyn and learning tips on recruitment and ways that we can improve our business and just keep the business fun. And I love that she hit on that so many times, of just living a healthy lifestyle, of living a life that someone wants to be around, and someone that wants to just be with us, and we have something that we want. And I think that goes back to being the light for you, Lord. And we just thank you so much for that. We thank you for this opportunity. We thank you for each and every person that got on tonight, those that were not able to get on. Just pray that you would continue to bless each and every person, their dreams, their goals, and their businesses. We thank you for Jaclyn. Thank you for all that she has done to set the bar high, to just set a pace for us that we can just learn from and just be trained by. And so, God, we just thank you tonight. We praise you. We give you all the glory for all that we have and all that you do. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The event this next Thursday at Raleigh, is that something, do we have to register or do we just show up?
That's our opportunity event, Jaclyn. So it's free. They're free. And
Okay.
you can bring as many guests as you want. And don't they usually give away like the whole product lineup?
They usually will have giveaways, yes.
Okay. And then
And
even
Slim on tap. So yeah, anybody who hasn't tried it, get them there.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we can invite whoever to that. Okay.
Absolutely. And there's no registration at all.
Okay, great.
There is an event page, and you can click that you're attending on the event page, and you can send the event invite on Facebook to them. But I'd recommend personally sending it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's fun to get, if you can get people there, it's such a big thing. But, you know, if you can say, like, we'll go out for dinner before, dinner after, do something, I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
Get your people there. It's a big deal.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay.
Good
Yay.
question. Hope I see
Yeah.
y'all there.
Who are your
Are you
hosts?
presenting somewhere, Jaclyn?
I am not I'm the host, so not the presenter. I'm the host here in Kansas City. So.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
We have Tara and Rosalind Payne.
Oh, good.
coming
Oh, that'll be
with
awesome.
Alec.
Yes, nice.
I'm
Oh,
excited.
that'll be fun. That'll be good.
I know. We love Tara too. She's come to Raleigh several times actually. And so it's cool that she's coming with corporate now.
Yes. Yeah, she's always great to listen to.
I know.
That girl doesn't know, but she trained me with her videos.
I know. I think she's trained all of us with those videos for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Well, now this one will be in the books as an awesome, I mean, I will use this so many times to send to people about how to recruit. So I love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope y'all all have a good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Take care, guys.